Who the fuck watches it?
Anime trap house. Shimmin' about to put the mask out. Anime trap house. JoJo shit, we stand out. Anime trap shit. Hoes on tap in the bag. Piss. Anime trap.
Konichi, the fuck? Why? I'm back. It's me. I'm doing it again. We're here. We're in the place. We're in the place. We're snorting cum. We're drinking piss. I don't know. I didn't write an intro this week, okay? Like, so
this fell apart fast.
Wow,
everybody just bear with me, okay?
I believed
I
you
was trying to-
for 5 seconds.
You could have said sucking toes. Could have said
I don't suck toes, though.
shaving down heels.
No.
I got a lot of feet.
We gotta take some improv classes.
We do. I get on the
Hold
spot
on.
and I just fall apart, like, instantly. I'm just like, oh.
Not to
You know?
not to derail this already, but imagine us taking improv classes, but we're trying to keep it trap house related. So like, someone's like, "Oh, scenario, you're confronting your deadbeat father," and you're like, we like walk up on the stage and then we just start talking about piss and cum like right away.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, remember last night I said I wanted cum and you told me no? Go fuck yourself, dude.
Hey, Dad, thanks for this dick. Way to go.
Way to
This
go.
sucks.
Way to go. And I suck it. So, joke's on you.
Hey, Dad, I'm pissed off you showered last night because I could taste it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do an improv class. I hate this.
Everyone's like, "Can you not?" Like, we literally paid so that way we could do this. So I don't know what.
Yeah, this
what's-
is all we want to do.
You said
I don't
improv.
care about improv.
Yeah.
This is my world, okay?
Yeah.
I will act however I want, dude. So, eat shit about it. I'm your host, Cody the Raw Dog Chambers. You know, I go in raw everywhere, baby. Condoms ain't for me. Kyle, he's with me. He's over in the right-hand corner of the stream screen, and he can't fit a condom. He's too big. No condom fits. Magnums? Pfft, whatever, you know? He put a Magnum on one time, and it split at the seam. I watched it. And and then we got Justin. He keeps his shit double bagged. The double bag champion, dude.
That's not good. You shouldn't do that.
He's doing it. He's playing it safe.
That's
Okay?
not
He doesn't
safe.
want to get nobody pregnant.
I have a very bad track record with that.
No.
That should
not
not be
for
my nickname.
Remember we just did it. Remember improv? This is my world. Okay? I tell you what you do, and then you go, yeah, I do that. Dude, this is why.
This is my world.
I'm a new person.
Everyone's just living in it. I'm the main character, all right?
Harris isn't here this week once again. He wanted to be here, but he started watching the anime and got sick because he had to watch so much of it in a row. And now he's shitting and puking and farting everywhere, and nobody can stop him.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, dude. Insane. Dude, we've already said this. 3 weeks on an anime he picked that literally is one of the worst that we've ever seen. Unfucking real, dude.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Scumbag move, honestly.
I would ask how you guys are, but I know how you are because you had to watch 7 episodes of this within a week.
You don't know how I am. You don't know
How are
I
you,
am.
Justin? Go ahead, tell me then.
I'm good. I'm great. I'm fantastic.
I'm dog shit. I had to watch 7 episodes of this.
Thank you, Kyle. Like,
I
what the
wish I
fuck?
could watch more, honestly.
Okay.
Well, there's a movie we
Really?
could watch if you wanted to.
There's
We
an
could vote
OVA.
for that.
Go watch the OVA. Do a Harris
already
homework
did.
on the OVA. Go ahead.
I already did.
No, you didn't. What's it about? What's it about? Then?
I did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
It's about Yuki and Yuno and their relationship.
No, he dude.
I'm not
He probably
kidding.
didn't even watch
I'm not
these
getting
7.
mean by
It
him.
is.
I'm not getting
No.
mean by him.
Okay. Whatever.
I know he didn't watch it. Like, I know he didn't watch it.
Okay.
I clicked the wrong thing. Yikes. Yeah, so we're finishing up this fucking worst thing I've ever seen. But before I talk about that, I'm gonna do housekeeping because I forgot. Catch the show live every Thursday at 5 p.m. It's over at twitch.tv/anime trap house. If you can't make the live stream, then check it out later on YouTube or podcast services everywhere. Just type it in. Type in the anime trap house. You'll find us. We're everywhere. If you like the stuff we say and want us to create more content, then help us quit our jobs and support us over at patreon.com/anime trap house. Just like the fucking goons, the goon squad, the Patreon bitches, the Patreon hoes, the people that support my cocaine cum fund. Purdue. Darth Slays. I hate you, by the way. I still hate you, and I will forever hate you, you piece of shit. Diesel Tech. I don't know if you voted for this, Diesel Tech, but if you did, I fucking hate you too, dude. Girl with the Pikachu tattoo. I don't know if you voted for this, but I fucking hate you. Mooseman, Aquino, Big Happy. If any of you voted for this, stop paying me money, because I dislike you now. But keep paying me.
I was waiting for that. I was like, you're gonna say that? You're gonna mean it. We finally got like a little tiny like penny bag, and you're like, throw it away.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll throw it away. If I have to watch shit like this, I'll throw it away in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll just
sure.
go back to not
this
making
would
it.
be
Absolutely.
the actual like equivalent of like waterboarding for anime. Like if it became a meme, like monkey paw curling, like, oh, get really big and famous, but we're only big and famous because we have like hundreds of people voting for literally the worst thing every week, and we have to watch nothing but garbage. No, I'm not about that. Nope.
I honestly am. I like yelling about stuff, so I was just playing. Thank you guys for paying. Thank you guys for voting. Thank you guys for having to watch this shit. I don't know why you would. If you don't have money and you don't want to pay us, that's fine. Don't. Just watch us. Just listen to us.
Don't even want to listen to us? Just play it. Just leave the phone on, walk away.
Yeah. Don't even, just turn the volume all the way down, leave. Just give us that listen. If you got questions or just want to say how awful we are, email us at ath@animetraphouse.com. And lastly, if you want to be a part of our community and bullshit around, come join our Discord or our Facebook. All that shit's in the show notes. Come do it. Purdue hosts a weekly Shonen Sunday where it's kind of just turned into like porn Sunday. Like they just watch like D-Gen anime.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't watch this for the amount of tits that was in it.
Yeah, a lot of age-appropriate tits.
No. What are we watching, boys? We're watching The End of Future Diary. 7 fucking episodes, 20 through 26. Gross. Awful. Disgusting. Let's do dope or chokes. I'll go first. Because fuck you guys. You know? I feel like that's like a reoccurring thing.
Yeah, I hear that.
We always just say because fuck you guys. We need to be more creative. That's like the only thing we get. It's because fuck you guys. This is a rope still. I didn't know the show could get worse, but it did. I didn't know the writing could be even more sporadic and make less sense than it does, but it did. I didn't know you could take a character that we've established through 20 other episodes and just 180 it and then 180 it back and then do it again. But you did.
They're like playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yeah, do a kickflip, you know? That's all I seen in this anime. I don't know what that reference is, Justin. What does that even mean?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it's a game that Tony Hawk helped make.
There's this guy that's
you're on a
famous for making
skateboard.
tweets about people thinking that he looks like him.
I mean
Okay.
it's in the name.
yeah.
It's in the name, gotcha. Okay,
Because
thank you.
you gotta go reverse.
Yeah, keep going.
to get points.
Turns out
Right.
we need to go and call fucking like 2005 marketing and be like, sorry, it's not clear enough for my dumb fucking friend. What fucking?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said like 6 things, and then Justin goes, it's like Tony Hawk, Pro Skater. And I'm just like, how? And then he just proceeded to tell me what the game was.
Would it be better? Would it be better if it said a game where Tony Hawk skateboards in parks and you also get to control him?
It's kind of
Question.
All right, Cody.
The question I was asking is, what does this have to do with what I'm talking about, Kyle?
because you said that they took every character every which way. They flipped them, flopped them, fucking turned around, and you do that for points in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Like to get points.
Yeah.
Like in case. Okay, I'll walk you through it. So you start the game.
What
you
song's
get to
playing?
the title screen.
What song's playing?
Press A. I don't know about for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. I didn't play that much, but 2 was Power Man 5000 or 3, whatever the fucking band's called.
Yeah. I feel like one had Do You Have the Time?
Do listen to me whine
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that song was...
about nothing and everything all at once.
Cody's just walking away. That's the end of this podcast. He's the host. He can't just walk away.
Fucking dumb.
He's
bitch.
kicking out his fat cat. I love Shadow so much.
What?
No, he's just going off. We're just gonna narrate our good host. That's what we do.
I am one of those melodramatic fools. Neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it.
Are we done with this?
I don't know.
I give it a choke.
Are you done?
Rope. I give it a ropus rope. I fucked up.
I was good.
I fucked up.
Oh.
Kyle, go ahead.
It's rope. It's terrible. I'm lost and confused about everyone's intentions and why people do things all the time. Sometimes they try to make things sad, and they're not sad because they don't fucking make sense or matter. And even the characters that are trying to react to the sad things are like, actually, this doesn't matter, and then just walk away. You're like, okay, neat. I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do a kickflip.
Huh?
It's like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Do a kickflip,
Yeah, do a kickflip.
right? And you start the thing and it does a kickflip. That's like what the show's like, right?
Yep.
Do you
Now
have
you
the
get it.
time to listen to me
listen
whine?
to me whine.
I get it.
You got
Yeah,
it.
no, this shit.
Yeah,
Like
Green
they
Day
just,
was not on.
why, how do they keep doing it with Yuna, whatever the fuck her stupid name is, where she's like, I'm actually a crazy murder psycho bitch. But
Who
then she's
thought-
like, but I love him so much. Just kidding. I'll kill him because I'm going to get back with him. But I can't kill him because I
Who
love him
thought
so
will they, won't they meant will they kill each other? Won't they?
Yeah.
Like, normally it's like, will they, won't they kiss? And it's like, oh, she is crazy. I fucking do not want to do anything
Like-
that is not making out with her.
Dude, her whole thing was to get Yuki to kill her. Why not just kill yourself at the end? Like I don't understand. Like everything about it is fucking awful. Why?
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't get it. I don't get how you write this and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Justin, go ahead.
This is going to be used as somebody's manifesto before they shoot everyone that they can.
Yeah.
This show, yes. Like the amount of uncomfortable I had when Yuki just went around shooting all of his friends.
Yeah.
I did not like that one bit. I was like,
Nope.
this screams you got bullied in middle school. And like, I don't know what the author was going for with any of this, but that dude needs to be put on a fucking watch list. Cause
It needs to be looked
boy, oh
at.
boy, he has a list of people that he has a death note
Yeah.
that if he could,
You're giving me the idea of someone being like fucking like that, like having like a manifestation diary where they're like, this is my death note. every time I get mad, I write someone's name in it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just bad. Also, middle schoolers fucking. I don't want that.
You don't need
Nobody
that.
wants that.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants this.
But
Nobody.
They did it. So,
They did it a lot. They just kept like, yeah, take their shirts off again. I'm like, stop.
Yep. Yeah.
You keep telling me they're middle schoolers. I don't like this.
Yeah. It's just bad.
There's really
Just-
like
this
nothing.
is
There's like
everything
no.
that's bad.
Yeah, there's nothing redeeming about
Yeah.
the show. You know.
There's literally 4 seconds
I know what
of
you're
this
talking-
show. Yeah, it's when fucking Agase gets beheaded. And like he's walking towards Yuki,
No,
like holding
that shit
up
was
his phone.
stupid as fuck, too.
I didn't care about anything else except for when the fucking piece of concrete crumbled and it showed his head not there anymore. I was like,
The worst part
kinda
about
like
that
that.
is she cut his head off. You see it fly. They show its face as it flies, and then he raises his hand and walks forward. I'm like, that's not how bodies work.
that thing was dumb.
You can't
that
do
was
that.
so dumb.
It's
That
so
was
dumb.
That was dumb. But the shot of the concrete falling and his head not being there.
That was a decent shot. The only part of this I liked, I was like, this is actually kind of cool, is when she released the Lolly God, and then her and One Eye Bitch fought. That was pretty cool.
That was like, it felt like a genre bending for a moment.
Yeah, it did. They're like, we need a fight. Do it.
Yeah.
You know how they were trying to kill him for like 12 episodes? That's fine. Now use her god power. I'm like, you literally could have, you're two gods trying to kill a normal fucking human. How have you not done it? How? It's so fucking terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
Boys, we gotta rejoice. You know why? This is
We're
it.
done.
We're
Yeah.
done. We will never have another Future Diary episode again.
Yep.
If they ever release a season 2, because we have stated many times that we are going to watch every single anime that's ever existed, we'll push that to the back. We'll die before we get to it, you know? Easy death. And if we ever get so fast that we do watch every anime and have to watch a season 2 of this if it comes out, I'm killing myself. Easy. Easy kill.
Easy.
Plot!
Plot.
Plot.
That's all it deserves.
It didn't even deserve a scream for the first one.
Plot. That one's for me. I just like saying plot, okay? My neighbors haven't got to hear me like really screech it out since the drunk podcast, so
Yeah.
That was 2 weeks ago.
yeah. Well, I'm
Not like
quiet.
that was that long ago.
Well, I'm quiet the rest of the fucking week. You know, they just have one. I'm like a rooster, but it's only for 5 p.m. ish, Thursday ish.
Sometimes.
For like 3 seconds. Like, yeah, just
All we know
sometimes,
is
like,
one day a week he will scream plot.
we don't know why he does it. But he does it.
Oh man,
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
well, I guess that time.
Yep.
Oh, dude, my tattoo is peeling so fucking bad. Look how gross it looks. I don't know if you could see that.
Oh, I hate that.
It's like, it's just dripping
I
skin.
wanna
can't
pet
see
it.
It just looks like it. Did you
I
do
want to
that?
pet it. Okay, Kyle. Kyle, okay. Okay, Kyle. Kyle, okay. You're a fucking piece of shit. Episode 20. Oh, I had to play a little song. Aru tells Yuki about his grill not really being his grill, but also somehow still being his grill. I don't know if you guys remember, but the last episode, they talked about the umbilical cord shit, and he's like, that's not your girlfriend, but it's kind of her somehow. We don't know,
Yeah.
but it's not her because she's dead. And then Yuki was like, oh my God, no way. But then he just goes, yeah, I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
he immediately didn't care.
Yep.
It felt like
Immediately.
if we're watching like a bad soap opera, at the end they'll do that like weird cliffhanger,
Yeah.
and then be like, Maria, I can't believe this, and then like beginning of the next episode, Maria, I can't believe I don't care. You're like, okay.
No,
Can't
he'll be like,
believe how much I don't care.
he'll be like, Maria, I cannot believe this. And then the next episode comes out, I cannot believe this isn't butter. And then they just start spreading it on bread. Like that's what
Yeah.
that's essentially what happened.
Yeah, pretty much. Like this whole plot point, like it
Awful.
becomes a big thing, right? But at the same time, it feels like it's tossed away. I don't know how to describe that. Like,
So it becomes a big thing, but if he doesn't care now, why the fuck does he care later?
yeah. And
Like
also,
it doesn't matter.
considering, okay, so like normally when you do like mysteries and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so the only hinting, oh God, see, this is why I fucking hate thinking about things. I fucking hate it. The only hint of a hint we had this entire time was that there was a third body, and she never mentioned a brother or a sister, right? And then we get the umbilical cord, like, a second before they reveal, like, the actual, like, what's going on, right? So you get... What's the fucking point of a mystery? You're supposed to leave people, like, you're supposed to feed them little breadcrumbs, like, here you go, you know? Lim.
Yeah. I mean,
That a lot of the
this
mystery
is the
was
last
what
seven.
happened with the parents, right? But, like, I
Yeah.
feel like creating the whole, like, what the fuck is up with my psycho girl? Is she her or not? Could maybe have been built up, and then that way you get a nice payoff when you're like, actually, she's from another world, you know? But it, like I said, that's why it's so frustrating that they're like, here's an umbilical cord that proves that she's not her, but also she is her.
Also, just none of this is believable.
Yeah,
Like,
the umbilical
who
cord.
fucking keeps an umbilical cord for, and not to mention it's flesh, unless
Okay.
you fucking pickle it and fucking, how are you preserving it?
You think it's like sauerkraut, but like umbilical cord be dope?
Yeah,
Yeah,
ew.
You know, like a
Just
nice
shove 'em all in there.
like on top of a brat.
it's like pickled
probably.
eggs. Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. You could
Yeah,
probably
they do.
shred
They
it
do all this like mystery shit, right?
This is the
And then
future
come to
liberals
find
want.
out, it's a multiverse type thing that is never hinted at ever. And then they just like, here's an info dump in the last 3 episodes, and then the show ends, and you're like,
Thanks, I hate it.
okay, dude, it's so bad, so bad. Yeah, so he says he doesn't give a single fuck. He's like, I murdered so many people with this bitch. This is the only person that can love me now. Like, this is my Amidala. You know what I'm saying?
I
To
thought
my-
you were going to say Harley Quinn.
To my Luke. Not Luke. Anakin. Amidala.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Because of the kid murders. It's the same thing.
Yep.
I wrote, so this is kind of the only person who will let him drop loads in when they are, of course, consenting adults and not fucking middle schoolers. I hate this show, dude. It's so dumb.
Fucking dumb.
We get a random shower scene of one-eyed girl. She's just standing. She's not even like washing herself. She's just standing there naked. They're just like, put tits in. Make them forget about this shitty plot. Put more tits.
Yep.
I don't know also if I should be okay with this or not, because I don't know if she's in the school.
I mean, she wasn't a student.
You don't know that. She could be a student from a
thought
different school.
I don't know. I thought she was older since the whole cop guy was like, but
That doesn't
then
matter.
again,
Yeah,
it,
nothing.
it doesn't fucking matter.
Come on.
I don't.
She gets on
actually
her
know at all.
computer and she gets some defense plans of something sent to her from the middle school cop that she's been working with. Just from now on, everybody's in middle school. All right?
I
Middle school
looked it
cop,
up.
middle school assassin. It doesn't matter.
I looked it up. It says 20s.
Yeah,
For
that's
age.
basically dead. She's like
Yeah,
an old woman.
like a middle school 20-year-old.
Yeah. We cut to her, okay, she gets the plans, and then the next scene, she's there. Like, she's at the place the plans were at. It's so bad. We cut to her at the supercomputer where the mayor connects Commodos, and she is like, she is the character in this show who looks like she doesn't belong.
Yeah.
She has a chef
Yeah.
hat on, right?
I don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I called
I
her
don't-
weird chef lady the whole time because I didn't
And
know.
okay, I just don't. We don't get anything about her or like.
Yeah, she's
She's
not
just
even a character.
there.
It's like they cut
She-
episodes about
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, she's like those fucking dummies, the crash test dummies in cars. That's basically all she is.
I just want one
garbage.
person, like, I want everyone to have a regular, serious scene, and I want one person to walk in and be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, because everybody else's proportions are similar to everybody else's proportions, except her. She's the only one who's built like a fucking.
I really thought she was gonna fucking get naked too.
Same.
She
She
was
looks.
kinda looking
She's
forward
built
to
like
it,
a
but-
Tonka toy truck. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know those characters that go in that are like just like block characters? She looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking
she's shaped
hate
like a
it.
Roblox character.
She looks like a giant child.
Yep.
I can't stand it. Yeah, so the
completely
mayor
ruined
connects
it.
like
her
a chibi.
diary. Yeah. Yeah. Connects her diary to the supercomputer, which holds everybody's user accounts, like every citizen. And this is
Yeah.
going to somehow make everybody a diary user. He's going to make them all
Which
his
isn't even,
apprentices.
it's not even, like, really used.
No, it's not. It's used for like a scene and then it's thrown away.
I thought, dude, for a moment, I thought maybe things were gonna get crazy, and then I forgot about it because the show's dumb. But you saying that reminds me that happened, and then nothing. Did nothing actually happen with that?
No, they showed a scene of everybody like, oh, hey, Mom, you're going to make this for dinner tonight. Oh, shit, I should go guess these numbers tomorrow. And then that's literally it.
Yeah, you get the guy being like, "What's the
Then
point?
they
I
break-
die tomorrow."
Yeah. Then they like blow up the computer and then they kill the dude and then that's over.
Which, by the way, killing yourself because you die tomorrow, fucking stupidest move.
Yeah. Nothing makes sense. The one-eyed girl tries to attack the mayor, but his diary lets him table turn on her. The middle school cop, who in the last scene was like, "Oh, now I'm done with her." He shows up in perfect timing, of course, and then saves her. And not only does he show up and save her after saying, "I'm finally done with her," says, "I love you and I want to marry you."
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And he literally proposes to her, like with a ring.
Meaning he had that shit ready. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Just on him. So yeah, he comes and helps her, and then they destroy the supercomputer. And then we get a bunch of cringy, like, fucking stupid little kid anime love bullshit that happened, you know? Oh, I'm gonna hug you. Ew, that's gross, Baka. I fucking hate anime.
I'm
know?
still stuck on the previous scene. I'm just stuck on the idea of this cop. Imagine this: you're a cop, right? Mm-hmm. You're just a lonely dude, and you're just thinking,
cop.
you're daydreaming, right? You're like, oh man, remember that terrorist who like blew up a school?
Yeah, killed a shit ton of children. Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna marry her. I'm gonna put some
Fuck,
babies
dude.
in her.
I think you're like shopping window rings. You're like, I don't know, like.
Yeah.
be
This one
kinda
looks
neat.
like it has dead kids in it. I think she'd like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. And he's like, you'd make a really good mother.
Yeah.
That way, when we're tired of him, you just blow him up,
Yeah.
bitch.
Was that a notification?
That was my alarm.
Yeah. Be.
To
Funny.
start the
Is it-
podcast at 6 o'clock?
it-
Is that
Yeah.
what it was for? Yeah.
5 p.m.-ish, actually.
I hate it. But yeah, it's shit like this, dude, that I was just sitting here watching like, dude, I could just quit watching anime forever. You know? Like after watching something like this, I could just stop. And I think I'd be okay. Because this is fucking garbage. In a super crazy plot twist, it turns out the mayor's plan goes through regardless. Even though they destroyed the computer, doesn't fucking matter. Still happened. And now everybody's a diary user. And that's the last we ever hear about it. Aru sends Hinata, Mao, and Kosuka to help the one-eyed bitch and Nishijima. Is he the middle
a
school
cop.
cop? Okay.
Yep.
I just put everybody like what they look like. The one-eyed girl and the middle school cop, they destroy the remaining parts of Holon. I don't know what Holon is. That's a computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
the
why.
one-eyed girl-
Did you do what I did?
I kind of did with like the other parts, but I wrote most of my shit. I just didn't remember
You're a
the computer.
braver man than I.
The one-eyed girl figures out that the mayor's diary can read the predictions of all other future diaries. Deus realizes that the lolly god is about to beat him at his game, which for some reason is a bad thing. I just don't know what's happening.
Yep.
Why is there a game? Like they're doing this to choose his successor. And he's like, I'm going to lose my game. Then just pick somebody. Literally just go, you, and now you win. What is happening? Why is any of this happening?
I mean, maybe it's like, in the Cosmere where like, the gods there can't contradict themselves. They start this rule. They become incredibly weak if, You ever think about
We
that?
literally see them at the end, Kyle, where he's like, we should play this game. And he's talking to the mayor, and the mayor's like, yeah, it says I'm going to lose. He's like, we shouldn't play this game. And then it ends.
Yeah, I don't know what that was going with.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
the last scene with that. That was the last scene with that.
That was the last fucking
Weird.
scene, dude.
Weird.
I don't fucking...
I know, dude.
Here's the thing. This is why it's so frustrating that your world's finest assassin exists. Because that was the
This
gross.
should be the worst.
That was
This
the gross.
should be the worst. How
what I'm
is it
saying.
not?
That's what I'm saying. Like, World's Finest was the grossest thing I've ever watched. I was
Yeah.
repulsed on a deep level at just how gross it was.
Yep.
But in terms of like, dude, this should be the worst. This should be the fuck. There's nothing fucking making sense. Nothing matters.
No.
To like
Nothing
a degree.
matters.
To a degree, what was the writing room like? Did they just
know.
have Coke and like lolly porn on? Like, was that what it was?
Like the worst part about it, you can make an anime where nothing matters. That's fine, but set that fucking tone. This is like a serious, supposed to be like mind-bending, strategic, like thriller anime, and it's fucking. It does nothing. It does absolutely.
I mean,
nothing.
if you're 13, it'll probably bend your mind.
You know
Dude,
what
even
Justin
at
and I have done?
13, I don't think I would like this shit.
You know what
I
Justin and
wouldn't,
I have
but
done
there's a lot of
since,
dumb 13-year-olds.
since last episode? We were at the bar, we were drinking, and we were just reading reviews on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see, I was watching it on episode like 21 or 22, some shit. I read a thing, and they're like, I am 22 episodes deep, and this is still the worst MC I've ever seen in any anime. And I'm like, finally somebody said it.
Right?
But then there was still those comments. Yo, this shit's crazy. Never would have guessed that would have happened.
You know, there is
Mind
some-
blown.
There's some bias where, like, any sane person watching this is going to drop it within 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So anyone commenting past that, like, suspect. So, like,
Little bit.
that's something we got to consider when we get mad at that.
No, I
Justin?
don't have to. I'll read every comment, and I will just
Okay.
be mad about it. So yeah, Deus realizes that he's gonna lose, so he summons the one-eyed girl, and then he just puts his whole fucking hand through her chest. Whole ass arm, dude. And then he tells
do
her,
that.
he's like, hey, me and the mayor, we designed these diaries, okay? And he wants to grant the human race divine powers. Like, I still don't understand. I just don't get it. The middle school gang and the one-eyed girl, they storm Holan's location, overriding their diary's predictions to confuse the mayor. I don't know how they do this, though. They're just like,
Because it's
confuse him.
convenient.
Yeah.
Yep.
They,
'Cause
like,
it's
they can
convenient
just
right
change
now, and
their
that's what
own
needs to
diaries.
happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. In response, he makes use of the diary of his super secret secretary, Why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
Secretary. How do you say that?
Secretarius.
Secretary.
Secretary.
Yeah,
Secretary.
Man. You got that Migos flow on saying secretary.
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 We've seen this guy, right? We've seen him in the background, but like we've never seen him. You know, like he's just there. Turns out he has a diary that helps the mayor do everything, I guess.
Dude, everybody has a fucking diary.
Again, they're just like, what can we use to make this shit do what we want it to do? I don't know. Give him a diary and make it counter
They literally
everybody
gave
else's
that
diary.
fucking trash can character, the fucking bully, a diary. He's like, oh yeah, I have a fucking diary that just says I'm the king all the time.
Yep.
What?
Yep. So yeah, he gets the upper hand because of his secretary. And then he captures Hinata, Mao, and Kosaka, just the middle school kids. And then his goons shoot the one-eyed girl, and then just straight turn the fucking middle school cop into Swiss cheese. They unload on this motherfucker, dude. Just, they're like, empty the clip. We don't want to see him again. He said he loved her. That means he has to die. That's how this goes.
Yep.
And now that he's dead, of course, the one-eyed girl is like, oh, he's the only person I've ever loved in my whole life. I was going to have his babies. I'm so sad. I'm like, stop it.
Okay,
Just
all right.
stop it.
And what I don't understand is like Yuki comes down too, and he's like, we came ahead of you guys, ha ha ha. And she's like, all right, well, let's be friends for 10 minutes.
2 seconds.
all right?
Until I don't want to anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, because Yuki comes down and is like, yeah, dude, we kind of used you guys as bait to get to the mayor.
Yeah. She's like, fair, okay, yeah, that's fine. You just killed this guy that I was in love with for 10 seconds.
For
but
10
that's
seconds.
Fine. That's okay.
No, that I wasn't in love with, but now I am. That he's dead.
Yep.
You got to remember. Come on.
Well, she was trying to do the little sun deer shit,
Yeah. Which is just the fucking worst, dude. Baka. Shut the fuck up. You fucking stupid bitch. That's the end of the episode. Somebody do the rating. Harris isn't here. Go ahead.
Oh, this episode gets a waste management out of sewage treatment plant.
Yeah, it does.
I love. Oh man, that's a
Yeah,
good
it
one.
does.
Harris
Yeah, I
is
like
now
that.
fired.
Episode 21. Yuno is just killing everybody with a katana, while they all have guns, of course. Every single person she kills has a gun, doesn't ever get touched. The mayor locks himself in a bank vault, because there's a bank in this area that they're in. Yuki and the one-eyed girl end up getting through the door, right? They're like, the secretary's left out, and they're like, tell me the passcode or I'm gonna fucking off you. So he tells them, but guess what? There's another bank door. Dun, dun, dun. Yep, there is a vault door behind the vault door. Yep, stupid.
Yeah,
We
I mean,
learned
you ever
somewhere.
seen, like any heist movie. There's never
Yeah.
just one door.
I just don't like how they're like, like this was supposed to be like a twist, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But there's just another door. It's like you open up a door and you're like, there's another one? Like, that's your big twist.
It's like I want this to be a heist movie so bad. Can you imagine? I'm imagining a stoner comedy heist movie. Okay, can you enter my mind palace for this one? Because this sounds fucking
in there.
amazing.
I'm in there.
Imagine
Whoa.
Seth Rogen, Danny McBride, the A
Yeah.
team, okay? And they are planning a bank heist, right? And they see this security door, and like actually I've been looking up the security door, I can figure it out, and like they do all the research, and they do it. They fucking blow up the front door.
Yeah.
There's this fucking second door.
There's just a second one, and it takes a whole different like security measure to get in.
And
they're like,
they have no C4, no fucking
Yep.
anything. They just look at the
Yeah.
door, and then they're just like pilfering like fucking like registers.
Yeah. Somewhere in here, Yuki like talks to himself that he's killing everybody to become a god so he can bring all the dead people back that he's already killed, including his parents. So that's why he's now just on a murder spree with Yuna. The second door is super duper secured and can only be unlocked via retina scan by either the mayor, Yuno's parents, or the real Yuno, because we know this isn't the real Yuno. Why? Why?
Yeah. Why?
Also, how, like, even...
And just,
I got
dude,
nothing.
they just keep doing it. They just, one after another, they just like, this is the plot point. This is the plot point. And it's just all bad. So fucking dumb, dude. The one-eyed girl says now that Yuki's plan has failed because they can't get in the bank vault, she's going to kill him. She's like, I said it. I wasn't going to kill you now, but now that the plot is kind of stalled, now I got to kill you. You know? Sorry. You killed the person I love, and I just wanted to walk with you for 10 feet to kill you now. She's point blank. They are inside a small room. She is point blank, gun to fucking chest. Pulls the trigger, shoots. He doesn't die. He gets away, and now he's hiding from her.
Yeah, what? He got grazed on the cheek?
Grazed on the cheek.
You're going to tell me this 20-year-old terrorist who, like, fucking, you know, grew up in war zones can't
Yes.
kill a dude with the muzzle in his mouth?
Yeah. It was so fucking close. Like, it was almost touching him. And she's like, yeah, I
Yeah.
grazed his cheek. What?
Yep.
Dude.
And they don't even show us how. They just cut the camera off and we hear the gunshot, and you're like, okay.
Yeah,
He
you're
just
like, we
got
can't
out of it.
animate this shit. It looks so fucking
It's
goofy.
so stupid. We know how dumb it is off screen.
We
It's
we
fine.
actually did animate it, but we just kept being like, can we get this scene darker? Can we just like
Can you put any like black lines over shit? Like, we need to hide what's happening. You know what? Just cut it. Fuck it.
It should have been like all those TikToks where they're like trying to do a self-defense class, and they're like, okay, what I'm gonna do is, and then they show up at the pearly gates. Like, what? That's what it should have been. That should have been it.
Yeah, so they play a cat and mouse game, like she's looking for him, you know, and it's fucking super cerebral and smart and shit. The one-eyed girl starts reminiscing how she lost her parents in the Middle East as a child and grew up under the constant fear of death, and we get a flashback that nobody fucking cares about. At the same time, Yuno frees Hinata, Mao, and Kosuka, and then goes to kill Kamado, who is the chef, big hat, weird body lady. But she's stopped by Aru. In a tense showdown, one-eyed girl gains a clear shot at Yuki, but sees her child self standing behind him.
Dude,
and she
this is so
can't do it.
fucking stupid. So fucking stupid.
She's gonna kill him, and then she sees herself. She's like, he's just like me. So Yuki shoots her in the stomach.
This should be the worst thing we watched.
And this kills her. She falls down and she dies.
Yep.
Just kidding. It actually doesn't.
JK.
JK LOL smiley face. Yuki goes back to the bank door and he's like, man, I gotta figure this shit out, dude. And then she shows up behind him and she's like, I'm gonna help you out now. And I'm like, you can't keep doing this.
Dude, she poured like a gallon of blood when
Yeah.
she walked up to Yuki. It was like just pouring on the floor. And you're like,
The worst part is, that's not even my issue with this scene. My issue with this scene, she's done it like 15 times this season, dude. She keeps going from, I'm going to kill him when I see him, to, I'm going to help him a little bit. Now I'm going to fucking kill him. Now I'm going to help
I'm gonna
him.
blow up a whole school.
Yeah.
Actually, we're cool.
Yeah,
that's just
dude,
how women are. You know,
yeah, fuck.
you know, this girl,
In my
you know,
experience, yeah.
that's just, you know, they don't know
sure.
what they want,
Yeah.
you know.
I fucking can't stand this show, dude.
This has the worst woman writing I've ever seen in my life.
It's pretty
I
bad.
thought we were
I
gonna-
mean, Aristocrat was really bad.
Okay,
they were
Aristocrat
like
was
they were basically just
bad
like
too.
brainless fucking cum slaves. That's all they were in
Yeah.
Aristocrat.
Yeah.
Is this Are these both going in like this year's like?
Worst. Yeah, I think Aristocrat's gonna get one. It might tie for one.
I hope it gets.
I'm saying I'm just now realizing that we've watched both these the same year, and I'm like, are these when we do the recap? This is both gonna be in the recap.
Yeah, it's gonna be awful.
But like, how many episodes was Aristocrat? That was only 12, right?
Yeah, this was
Like
20
to be that bad.
Yeah,
in just 12 episodes.
It was
like
that bad in
running.
It was like the first 6 were like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
Like instantly problem. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, one-eyed assassin lady has a change of heart, and she's like, you know what? I have this bomb attached to my heart, and when it stops beating, I explode. I'm like, of course you do.
Fucking Android 18.
Of course you do, dude.
There's
So
16.
she sits by the
I
vault
don't
door.
think 18 had a bomb.
16.
16.
Oh, Hawkeye.
Yeah. She sits by the second vault door. She's like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna blow up this door. So they close the other vault door, and then she just pulls a fucking Chaozu, kills herself for absolutely no reason. It doesn't even leave a scuff mark on the second door. Like it does no. There's not even
What
blood
else did we
anywhere.
watch? What else did we watch that had that same exact fucking thing happen? Somebody killed themselves for literally zero reason.
I don't know. I feel like they do this a lot in anime. Like this is the thing, you know? Like
Yeah.
you're
Might
gonna
have been
do a
this anime,
selfless
honestly.
you're gonna do a selfless act, but then it does absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Whatever. I was happy she died because I hated this fucking character. Yeah, so she kills herself for nothing. Yuno finally shows up and she's like, okay, Yuki, I'm here. You gotta go destroy the supercomputer so her death won't be in vain. And then she somehow manages to open the vault and kill the mayor. Oh my god. Oh my god, no way. I thought this was not Yuno. But it is, but I thought it wasn't because the umbilical. Remember the umbilical cord, guys? So
Yeah.
cerebral. How did she ever get in? So yeah, she gets in. She kills the dude. I will say the scene where like the dude turns and Yuno's just like staring her head out the like corner. That was creepy and it was good. I did like.
And then he got shot in his head.
In his
And
head.
It was a good shot.
Satisfying. Yeah. That happens, and then it cuts, and then it's a few days later.
Really?
Yep.
It literally just goes hard stop. It's been a few days. Yuki wakes up and he's holding on to fucking Yuno's tits. Like she's like, I thought you were sleeping downstairs, and then we of course get this shot of her tits out, and I'm like, yeah, we get it, we get it. You don't need to keep doing this, you know.
Okay, I have a new theory about. Oh no, why they're in middle school? We kept being like, why are they middle school, right?
I don't. Go ahead.
Because we find out that the current one is older, right? So they were like, that's ick. We can't have
Gross,
an adult
dude.
lady.
Yeah.
Let's
She's
set it in
probably
middle
almost
school.
like 16, dude. That's gross. Get him
We need
younger.
to make it a middle school story so that way, you know, it's a proper 15-year-old, you know.
Oh, I hate this show. God, fuck, Kyle.
I figured out. I cracked the code. I figured it out.
You did it. Aru expresses his distrust in Yuno to the middle school gang after he witnessed her opening the vault via the retina scan, despite her being Yuno, not Yuno. And then, like, while he's talking, this big-ass, like, temporal orb vortex thing appears above him. And they're like, oh, what the fuck is that? And then we cut over to Yuki, and he shows Yuno his list of deceased future diary holders. He's like, these are the people that I'm gonna bring back. We just gotta kill the weird chef lady, and then Yuno, and then we're done. And then we see a bunch of those orbs appear all over the city. Just wherever they appear, it just destroys it. It's like fucking just gone. It just eats it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
While the Lolly God is panicking over the world ending sooner than expected, Kamado appears with Aru, who asks Deus if Yuki could return to the world back to normal if he was a successor. I don't know if you guys know, but Kamado is the chef lady, like I've explained 6 times, and Aru is like the kid who doesn't have a diary, but he's like the smartest fucking kid of all time. And that's the end of the episode. 21's done. Go ahead, Justin.
This episode gets a magnet-infested trash can out of curdled milk.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
That's a good combo. I got a secret. I didn't watch this episode.
You didn't?
I didn't. Not just
Yeah,
this
that probably
one.
didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
I watched the first few, and then I got to this one, and then it kept like error on the server, and I was like, whatever. It probably doesn't fucking matter. I went to the next one.
It doesn't
I was
matter.
slightly confused, but
Yeah.
I figured it out. You know, it
Like, if
wasn't-
only
You still would have
somebody-
been confused,
If only
Yeah.
somebody paid for a Crunchyroll service that all of us could use.
right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. It's crazy like if a person
Pretty
paid
wild.
monthly that we could all use a
I couldn't
service
find-
that works.
I'm too dumb. I couldn't find the dub on that, so I just
What?
On
I don't
Crunchyroll?
know. I don't know.
You're crazy.
I think that's why.
You're crazy. It's
Either
on
that,
there.
either that, or it wasn't premium when we started it. 'Cause it wasn't premium for like a few weeks, and then
That could have been it.
I know there was a reason why.
Yeah, there was a reason because, like, yeah. That could be it. Episode 22. Deus tells Aru the answer off screen. Of course. So now, he's like, Aru was like, can he bring people back to life? And Deus is like, I will now tell you if you can bring people back to life. It's because, and then they cut. Because, we're fucking 6. Aru tries to dip. He's like, all right, I gotta go. I gotta go tell Yuki of your answer that you just gave me a second ago, which was crazy and mind-boggling. Insane answer, Deus. I cannot wait for the audience to figure this out. But Deus stops him. He just grabs him up by his body, and he's like, yeah, you're not a real person. I actually made you from the library of Derminer, and now I'm gonna bring you back. And you're like, why is this plot point? What the fuck? Why would you do this? Like, what's the what? Why? He's like, but I won't send you back to the library if you tell me why you're a real person.
This is so fucking dumb.
So fucking dumb.
If you
dude.
can tell me one thing you did with your free will,
Yeah.
like, okay, this is
So it's dumb on that point, but it's also dumb. So if this is a game where he wants to quote unquote win, that he's playing with himself or with this lollygod, we have no idea. Why take him out then if he's helping him win? Like, why take an asset out? Like, you have put this in the game to help you win, and now you pull him out. Because
Wait,
you're
is
like,
Deus trying to win the game?
I don't know. So he wants number 1 to win. That's what he said this whole time. He thinks number 1's gonna win.
Yeah.
And the lolly bitch wants number 2 to win.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously they're combating on something if they're each putting, like, things in to help their person win harder. But then why wouldn't Deus just be like, I want number 1 to be my successor, and then end it?
And also, why does Deus even give a fuck? He's gonna be dead.
Yeah. The whole point of
literally-
this
like, why
was just
even
for
bet?
him. Yeah. Why even give a shit? I don't know, dude. It's like, it just
This
keeps...
show fucking.
it
This
sucks.
show hurts.
Aru succeeds about being a real boy when he reveals that he had Kamado make his cell phone into an apprentice detective diary, and he's gonna change the future because he loves Yuki. You're like, yup, of course you do, because that's the main character. Asks Yuki if he has the will to kill his friends if they end up betraying him, and she asks him this right before they betray him.
Yep.
Dude, I'm over it.
It's a good show.
They arrive at Aru's apartment to kill the chef lady, and oh my god, no way. They're all gone except Aru. They're just leading the chef lady away. They betray Yuno and Yuki. Wow. Yuno is, she just runs in and stabs him, like, on sight, dude. She's like, oh, the big fat bitch ain't here. Kill him. but he blocks it because now he has the diary. So Yuno is held off by Aru while Yuki chases after the chef lady and the other middle schoolers. Yuki catches up to them, and Hinata is like, all right, hey, by the way, Deus told Aru that when you get divine power, you can't res people. There's no res. Res is out. You could bring their bodies back, but not their soul. You're just going to have dead bodies everywhere. Meanwhile, Yuno stabs herself. She just fucking right in her side. And then she has Aru patch her up because she's like, if I die, Yuki will never forgive you or some shit like that. Yeah. So he patches her up and then leaves to go help Yuki or to convince Yuki about her being a piece of shit. And then when he leaves, Yuno calls Yuki and is like, oh my God, Aru just stabbed me. They're going to kill me. They're betraying you. They're tricking you. Don't listen. Yep.
I love just looking at Justin's face.
Because his face is how everybody's face should be when they watch this piece of shit show.
So bad.
So bad.
Justin had to like sit there with me. Like I was just watching it while playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
And like it was being completely overrode. All the fun I was having on one screen.
Yeah.
With that, and I just kept having to be like, Justin, this fucking blows, dude. I want to blow my brains out. I'm hanging out with a friend and playing a good game, and
you're
literally
still bad. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what it would take. What combination of great things to happen at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I gotta have like the best meal of my fucking life in front of this thing.
Yeah.
Just for me to be like, this is all right.
I think you could be balls deep in a 10 with a meal on her back that's a fucking like 5-star dinner while like playing a game somehow, right? You're doing all three things at once, but this is
and
on the big screen in front
all my friends are like
of you.
cheering me on.
You got me slapping your ass trying to push you in deeper, right? You're like, yeah dude, thanks, bud. And I'm like, dude, just get that shit. But this is on the big screen in front of you, so this is the only, and it's just loud. It's just loud in your face.
I feel like you could pull it back and just say it's in the background.
Yeah. You just hear it?
I don't know. Like
you hear it a little bit? You just hear somebody say Yuki, you're like,
I don't like the thought of like fucking while also watching like middle schoolers fuck. That's not.
I was just trying to put a bunch of good things together.
Nothing
Call
about
the police.
that.
Call the police.
Yeah, and that immediately nullifies all of it.
I was just trying to put a bunch. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Yep.
I did it. Too late. R.I.P. in peace to me.
Yep.
Yeah, so she says don't trust him. So he doesn't because she said it. He's like, yeah, why would you guys lie to me? I'm bringing everybody back. You guys are fucking liars. I'll bring you back too. And then he kills every single friend he's had throughout the show. Fucking awesome, dude. It starts with his best friend, the middle schooler. I'm not going to describe her anymore. And then her like side love interest who just was like, yeah, you got big tits. I like that. Ha ha. Kills her.
Yep.
And then the other dude comes down and the other dude like walks away from him. And Yuki's like, don't fuck with me, bro. I'll literally murder you. And then he's like, yeah, you already killed your friends, you fucking bitch. And then he punches him in the face. And then Yuki murders him. Bro, walk away. This dude is not okay. Walk away. So he kills all of them. Aru finally arrives. All of his friends are dead now. And he's like, hey, Yuki, by the way, Yuno is going to kill you at the very end of this shit to win the game. I am just telling you this. I just want to let you know. And then he fucking kisses him. And Yuno, dude, just a hard kiss, too.
Yeah.
Yuno sees this and she gets big mad because even with dude, that sword was so far in her stomach. It was deep in there. But also she's a god. So why would...
What are you thinking?
I just don't get it. You know?
I've seen God of War. This makes sense.
Okay. Aru and Yuno start fighting again. And then this time I was like, now I'm going to fucking kill you. And I'm like, you should have done that. You should have done that earlier. You should have either knocked her out unconscious. You should have just taken her fucking phone away, you stupid fuck. Oh. Aru manages to smash her cell phone, which should have killed her. But she pulls out another phone and cuts his throat because he stops fighting. Because he's like, oh, I broke her phone. It's over. Nope. She cuts his throat. He falls on the ground. Blood fucking sprays everywhere. While he lays on the ground, he goes into full Sherlock brain while he's dying. And he's like, oh man, second phone. Double umbilical cord, two phones, umbilical cord, I figured it out. And then he gets it. He just galaxy brains it while he's dying, figures all of this shit out. Yuno walks up to the chef lady who's like trapped under some rock and just stabs the shit out of her, just killing her. And then Aru...
I don't even think she bleeds. I don't know what's inside of her.
No, she does bleed. She bled.
What's inside of her? Does she have a skeleton? Like, I don't know.
I feel like it'd be like pastry.
Yeah.
Pastry filling.
She stabbed her with a knife and she's like, hoo-hoo.
I like to imagine that she just pops more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so she kills her, and that's the last diary user. Now she just has to die. Aru shows up somehow. He's not dead. Got his throat cut. Dropped about 8 gallons of blood. Totally fine. He's like, I've had an epiphany. I must tell Yuki. So he can't talk though because his throat got cut. Deep cut. No talkie. So he's like, oh, I know how to do this. So he starts typing on his phone as he's like walking forward towards Yuki. He's like, I'm going to tell him. I got to tell him. And then...
But why didn't he just text him?
Right, dude. Just hit send. Like, just send it.
Yeah.
You fucking...
It's there.
You're laying there
That's how
dying.
phones,
You just do this, send. You're good.
Imagine somebody not understanding how phones work and think that's what texting is.
Yeah. Like just texting and then showing it to them.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you know, you could send that to me, right?
Like, give me that text, right? So he's walking towards him. He finishes up the text. Yuno runs at him and hits him in the neck again with the knife, but this time it cuts his head clean off. We even get a shot of it like flying through the air, but his body continues to walk forward, and then he holds his phone up to Yuki's face, and then we see the body with no head.
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but middle schoolers can actually survive like 5 seconds after they get their head cut off. They're like chickens.
That's how middle schoolers work?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So he dies, maybe. Who knows? No, you don't die unless they want you to die, you know? And then Deus begins to die even harder than he already is. And that's the end of the episode.
Oh, this episode gets a C. diff out of E. coli.
C. diff?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
It's a fucking sickness where your poop smells really, 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 really bad. Apparently, it's one of the worst smells in the world.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can kind of smell this anime every time I watch it.
Yep, it's smelly.
Episode 23. Murmur, who's the lolly god, proclaims herself as Deus's successor until his death and the end of the world on July 28th. Another point I don't get. So she says, I'm going to be the queen until July 28th. So that means that on July 28th, the world ends, they'll get a new successor, and then she will be back to being like the side peon. I don't understand the point of her in the show. And another point I don't get is what, like, she has restraints on her to dull her power.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like, why? Who?
I don't know. I think they just saw the Naruto scene, which saw the Dragon Ball scene, which saw I don't know, Saw.
Yeah, they saw.
I'm fucking up the time continuum on that one. And they were like, we need to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they just wanted to do a power up in that because, like I said, it's just like a pure like genre bending where like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I never thought power creep would be an issue in this show, but it is apparently.
Somehow.
This should be the worst thing we watched.
Yep.
Yuno reminds Yuki about her diary's prediction that they will become one on the July 28th. And by that, they mean they're going to have sex.
By the way, this is just rude, making the apocalypse and everything on my birthday. Okay,
Yeah.
we didn't need this. I didn't want kids fucking on my birthday. I didn't want apocalypse on my birthday. We can throw this away. We can change it.
Yep.
No. We will not change it. Then we get Yuki not knowing whether to trust Yuno or not. For honestly, a lot of this episode was just him. Oh, I should trust her. And then her going,
Yep.
you should trust me. He goes, no, I'm not gonna, but maybe I will, but maybe I won't, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Him being like, this is actually fucking stupid. She's had so many chances to kill me. I literally was just asleep to this girl, next to this girl. And then him be like, I can't go to the bath with you. I gotta hold my phone. You're like, you literally had a bath scene with a fucking phone.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate.
It
like-
only gets worse.
Sometimes we're on the podcast and like like when you eat like wasabi and your like nose starts doing that thing. That's how it feels like. Sometimes the hate starts flowing and I just have to make that noise.
Yeah.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so he doesn't know whether to trust her or not. And then he just is like, yeah, I will trust her. And instead of fucking her on the 28th, I'm going to fuck her on the 27th to throw off the game.
Yep.
And you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Ruin your fucking plan.
You're,
Yep.
This is crazy. After
And then
they
they
fuck,
do it.
yeah, and then they fuck, and he immediately, dude, there is semen still coming out of her. Like, he just blew his load. And then he's like, hey, so why'd you lie to me about resurrecting people? I'm like, hey, maybe
That's some
wait.
good pillow talk.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
wait a little bit, bro. Maybe take a nap.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, some people like to cuddle, some people like to ask existential questions.
Yeah.
You know, to each his own.
Right. Who are we to judge? You know?
Yep.
She says, I just wanted to console you. I just wanted you to be okay. Can you kill me now? Like, I need you to kill me because I'm the last one. After you busted in me, that's when you kill me. He says, no, I don't want to kill you, and we're just going to die together. And then, and only then, it's been days after all that shit happened with all of their friends, him killing them and dude showing him the phone. But now he goes, yeah, that message probably just wasn't true. She's like, huh? What message? He's like, oh, the one that just says this is a second universe where you've already became a god and you've killed the other one and then all this other shit happened. I'm like, why now, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's just a lot. A lot of shit. How did he know? How did Aru know that? Like, what? Like, when he was laying there dying, how was he like, yeah, she's probably from a different universe, and she came to this universe after becoming a god and went back in time and got a second universe?
Like, it's... Okay. Aru had pre-death clarity, and fucking Yuki had post-nut
Post-nut.
clarity.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
So he asked her about this text that he looked at on dude's phone, and instantly she tries to murder him. She's like, well, that was the ticket, son. You shouldn't have said that. Now you actually gotta die. As he runs away, Yuki is intercepted by the lolly god. And another thing I don't understand is she shows him all of the shit that Yuno went through.
Why?
Bro, why? They're literally working together. I don't understand why she showed him this. Because Yuno is clearly upset that he's going to figure it out. And both the goddess, the lolly god, and Yuno want him dead. So why just like lock her out and then show him the past to like get him right? It doesn't make sense.
I don't get it either. It's this entire arc from here out. Like, him getting locked up, him escaping, and then her just killing herself. Fucking hate. Dude,
It took a bad show and somehow made it even more shitty.
This is the part where both Justin and I were like, there's still 3 fucking episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
We literally couldn't figure out how there was going to be 3 more episodes.
Yeah. I honestly thought this was going to be a 24 episode anime. I'm like, I don't even got to do that much. Wrong.
Should have been good.
So wrong. So she shows him visions of the past, which confirms that Yuno has indeed played the survival game once before. In the first world, Yuki and Yuno ended up as the last contestants and both agreed to commit double suicide from overdosing rather than having to kill each other. But Yuno faked her death, thinking she could bring Yuki back as a goddess. Why not just fucking tell him that? Like, if you really like him as much as you do and you want to die to save him, just fucking either die with him or just be like, hey, kill me and then bring me back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just another point that just doesn't make sense. Because this
I don't like why would she be worried about him not, like, is she worried about him finding all this out and not loving her? Like, dude, you literally drugged him, chained him up, and was spoon feeding him.
Yeah.
And had him kill all his friends. Like,
like, this part of the show makes everything she's done in the past episodes make even less sense than it already did. Because, like, so she needed to make sure he lived to the 28th just so they could fuck. Like, that was literally her only goal. Because remember when she had him captured, she's like, on the 28th, we become one. What? You think he's just going to be like, all right, it's the 28th. You've had me trapped in here for weeks and weeks. Time to fuck. No. It's so fucking stupid. She spits out the suicide pills, and then she becomes the goddess, and then she discovers that you can't restore souls. So what she does is she travels back in time and killed herself in the new timeline and took her place in this quote-unquote second world. Distraught at this, Yuki breaks out of the visions and confronts the first world Yuno. And that's the end of the episode. Go ahead, Justin.
Oh, this episode gets a stomach bile out of piss jar.
No, change piss jar because we like those. Change it.
No.
You're going to put
I've spoken. I have spoken.
Okay.
I don't know why, when I was falling asleep this morning, I was thinking about us, because we were talking about maybe, like, actually, like, doing, like, convention things, right? And I was like, we should hand out, like, small swag. I was like, can we hand out piss jars? Like, just little tiny piss jars?
The little tiny mason jars.
Full of just, like, lemonade that we just call our piss.
Dude.
I'd love that.
Can we hand out piss jars?
No, I don't think so.
I'm done with piss jars.
Nice amber colored.
Make it a little darker. Like make somebody's darker and be like, they've just been eating a lot of asparagus recently.
Yeah.
Can't help it. All right, episode 24. As the Cathedral of Causality raises, Yuno expresses her disgust at how the state of affairs prevents her and Yuki from ever surviving together. She's like, this is dumb. I'm never going to be with him. Yeah, because you fucking murder him. What are you talking about? You are doing it!
Yep.
She states that since Yuki will not kill her, she will kill him and travel back in time again to meet another Yuki and just repeat this shit over and over until they are together Which again doesn't make any fucking sense because she just needs to keep murdering this dude. Like it's just gonna repeat. And she's like, it's unfair, but I kill him every time. The lolly god says it's die time and then just like disappears. She can disappear matter around him, but can't just disappear him, I guess. Okay. Yeah, she takes the ground from underneath him, causes Yuki to fall. Dying is for pussies. As Yuki falls to his death, he's saved by the sudden reappearance of the one-eyed girl.
That?
The one-eyed girl says that. She like flies and catches him and she goes, dying is for pussies.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she does say that.
Yeah, you did.
Dude, the voice actors went buck wild on this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't she call fucking Agassi a fucking twink?
Yeah. She said twink. They said fuck a. She said fuck a bunch. She's like, fuck that.
Shit's fucking.
You felt like they knew
show's
the show
wild.
sucked, and they were like, well, let's just have fun. No one's going to ever watch
Let's
this
just say
in
a lot of swear
2022.
words.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we
Still
are.
watching it.
Yeah, so the one-eyed girl who died didn't die. And she also has god powers now that like the lolly god does. As the lolly...
Yeah, I didn't get this.
Oh, I'll
Was it
explain
when
to you.
Deus fucking like stabbed her?
It's when he shoved his hand through her body and then made her forget about it for some fucking reason. Yeah. Why? Why make her forget about it? What does this do?
I don't know. I feel like that was just them trying to be like, yeah, but some of this shit doesn't make sense if she knew the whole time.
Right.
I don't fucking know.
Exactly. But it doesn't...
I don't know.
They're the worst. Dude, Deus would be the worst fucking DM imaginable.
Yeah. He would just be
Like,
making
actually
shit
fucking
up, dude.
bad.
Making
Yeah,
shit up. Just
100%.
left and right. Like, oh, you rolled a 20, you crit hit it. Guess what? He dissolves into the floor. And then the ground falls out beneath you. And now there's 17 bigger monsters right there.
Yep.
Like, how? Why?
Yep.
How? I don't know. Also, your sword is a banana. Gotcha. Maybe you should eat it and figure out what happens. Now you're a god. Got him. You're like, what? The lollygod and Yuno dip out. They like just fly into the air, and then the one-eyed new god girl picks up Yuki, and they chase after him, and then they all go back. They all travel back in time 2 years. And this goes to a third world. The one-eyed god and Yuki. I'm throwing up. Yeah, they follow him, and then the one-eyed god explains to Yuki that when Deus realized that the lolly god was favoring Yuno, he suspected that they were from another timeline. Instead of just like squashing it and killing maybe the person betraying him, he's just like, yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll fucking figure it out. In order to ensure the fair running of the game, he gave old One Eye some of his power when he shoved his hand into her, and then he just didn't tell her. She just had to figure it out. Like, you think she would be like, why'd you shove your hand through me, dude? I don't get it. Could you just, like, give me a hint while you did this shit? Knowing that Yuno intends to kill her past self in this world as well, Yuki rushes to her house and he finds the third world. This is going to get confusing. The third world Yuno abused and locked in a cage, choking on a mat she tried to eat. I like it. He calls for an ambulance, despite the one-eyed god girl.
Dark. Okay, I do gotta say. So in the regular timeline, she survives this fine, right? Presumably.
Assumed, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just making sure, because they made it feel like she was gonna die, and I'm like, yeah, but she didn't die. So
Yeah, she ate that mat like a fucking champ.
Like a champ.
woke up like a new lady.
Yeah, when I was a kid, all we had to eat was mats on the floor. We had to eat
And we
our
liked
beds.
Also,
We ate that shit all the time.
I hate how just it's like an 11-year-old wrote it, because we're just glossing over the fact that the mom bought a metal cage and installed it.
Dude, this show was written by an 11-year-old that just got grounded for not cleaning their room.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is, if it was just locked in basement, cool, whatever. We don't have any plot holes. But no, we have someone installing a metal cage.
Yep.
Bitch, what?
And this kid is still going to like school and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like talking to people.
And being like,
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta go with my metal cage again.
Yeah.
And everyone,
Your guys' parents ever do that?
Yeah, you know how your parents make you go to bed at 7 o'clock and they lock you in a metal cage and make you eat a floor mat? Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. My mom's kind of strict, you know?
yeah, kind of strict. It's a floor mat Wednesday.
I love Thursdays because they season my floor mat with Lowry's. It's so good.
Yep.
Slap your mama on it.
So yeah, Yuki sees her.
Oh, no.
He calls for an ambulance, despite the one-eyed god bitch going like, "Hey, don't fuck around in the past. You'll make a paradox." And we're like, "Well, what will that do?" And then it's never explained. She just says, "Don't fuck around in the past." Never ever explained. And another thing, I think this is the part that kills me the most. So she says, "Don't fuck around in the past," right? Which means that it will cause consequences in the future, correct? But this is a different timeline now. They have established that every time you go back to the past, you are making a new branch of the timeline. So why would that fucking matter? You know? Like, it's like whoever wrote the show has never watched anything about time travel.
I mean, it's pretty on brand with this show.
Yeah. But it really made me mad when they're like, "Stop fucking around in the past." I'm like, you have called it different fucking worlds. You are literally saying when we go back in time, we create an entirely new universe. And you're still going to be like, "You're going to make a paradox." No. Suck dick. I dropped my headphone. Dude, if you are out there and you're going to buy Galaxy Buds 2, don't do it. Buy them, throw them in the garbage. Because they're fucking dog shit.
Buy new ones.
I cannot stand these headphones. They are the worst headphones I've ever fucking used.
But you like the
fuck
previous
you,
ones.
Samsung. I'm about to go buy Apple headphones just because I hate these so much. And I hate Apple, but I'll do it.
Damn.
Be careful when people text you on your headphones. You won't be able to see the video.
What?
I don't know what's going on. I
What?
feel like
Because when Android texts iPhone users, so when they text your headphones, you won't be able to see the video. It'll look all pixelated.
Yeah, but that's Apple. Apple does that on purpose because they're fucking dog shit. Anyway, I don't want to
Just be careful.
Be careful. Apple sucks. Yuno and the Lollygod arrive with the third. They arrive with the third world parents of Yuki, and they hold them hostage. Like, we're gonna get them. We're gonna kill them. So then, the one-eyed god.
none of this fucking matters. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Like, they bring everyone like, I'll fucking do it. And then she just, why did they make me sit through this?
Yeah. Because they say they're gonna fucking do it, and then they don't do anything.
Right now, I feel like Troy in the fucking episode of Community when he had to fucking sit through the waiting test. You know what I'm talking about? And he breaks. And he's like, I just want to be good friend. And he's just dragging his fucking pelvis out the room.
Yeah.
That's me right now.
Yep.
I just wanted to be a good friend and do a podcast.
And now we're sitting here like this, like contemplating our life. So yeah, they captured. They held his parents hostage, and then the one-eyed god is like, "We gotta go," and he's like, "But my parents." She's like, "That's not your real parents." Like it still kind of is. Like still kind of is. And that's the end of the episode. They just leave. Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, this episode gets an assassin aristocrat out of high-rise invasion.
You know, the first fucking episode, they're like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Called it right away. Harris was saying, come.
No, Harris said it wasn't that bad. I never did.
I can't, dude.
You were saying it's not nearly that bad.
I can't believe he gave this a fucking dope.
And then
the first step, dude.
And then he just couldn't even fucking face the music on this one. He knew he would have been getting fucking.
I said it wasn't as bad as High Rise, which it is
you
now.
Are just repeating what I said.
Right, but
and
I'm not.
And High Rise isn't as bad as this. High Rise sucked. This is way worse.
Yeah.
This is way worse in my opinion.
Whatever, dude. All right, episode 25.
High Rise at least was goofy with like swimmer mask, you know?
Doesn't matter.
God, there's still 2 episodes?
Yeah. I want to kill myself.
Oh, fuck me.
Dude.
That was me watching this.
Why am I sober?
An ambulance arrives at Yuno's house together with the third world Ushio, which I don't remember him. I think he was the first cop we met who was like a good guy until he wasn't a good guy, right?
Yeah, till he wasn't. Yeah, because he had the son that was dying.
Yeah. Although he is a much more caring man in this world, ready to act upon confirmation that his wife... Oh, wait, no. So Ushio is Yuno's dad.
Oh, okay.
He shows up with the cops. And I guess in this universe, even though they just went back in time at this point, so everything should be exactly the same until this moment, he is a completely different guy, and he loves Yuno, and he was like, what did your mother do to you, blah, blah, blah. But the Yuno that he's talking to is the first world Yuno, and she stabs him in the stomach, because he's like...
The show is fucking worthless.
He's like, you look taller. She's like, yeah, stabs him. Stupid. One Eye drops off Yuki and the third world Yuno at the school, and she's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm going to go. He's like, good, bye. And then she leaves. And when she leaves, she goes and calls the third world Keigo, who is the cop, and she's like, hey, by the way, your son's dying. Get him to a hospital ASAP. And he's like, who the fuck is this? And then she hangs
And he
up.
doesn't even believe it.
Doesn't even believe it.
But then he does?
Yep. Of course. Because it helps the story at the end.
I hate this fucking show. You literally see him be like, that was crazy. I don't know what she was talking about. And like, for a moment I was like, oh no, the son's gonna die again. That's all.
Doesn't even matter.
Couldn't even do that. Couldn't even just... Imagine they have the perfect ending for almost everyone except the fucking son. You just cut to like... This
Everybody
person being happy with the parents. And then just one dude just crying at a child-sized casket.
Yeah. I would have gave this shit a choke then.
I hate that it would just take one small nougat of good for me to be like, okay. Just give me it. Just give me something.
Yuki puts down the third world Yuno in a classroom, and then he's like, all right, I gotta go confront these people. These gods, not people, sorry. They just start attacking him, trying to kill him, while he is somehow dodging literal gods' attacks. He tries to convince Yuno to return to the second world and just rule it as its goddess. He's like, just go back. You got this. Just leave me here. I'll be fine. However, Yuno is torn between her feelings for Yuki and the inevitability of the second world's destruction. Why would she fucking care? Like, she doesn't care about anything in the second world except this dude. And going back in time and then meeting him again. So I don't get why this is even a fucking point for her to give a shit about. She decides to trap in an illusionary ideal world where his parents are alive and she never existed. And then, of course, they throw him in a middle school classroom and she puts this other girl in there who pulls her titties out and jumps on him. He's like, I don't want any of this. And again, they just wanted to show us tits again because it's been 2 episodes and we haven't seen any.
Yeah.
One Eye returns. And also, the tits that they animated were fucking terrible. She literally takes a shirt off and they just do one of those things you see in like the shitty porn games where their tits just do this shit.
Yeah.
Is that not what happens?
This is hand-drawn animation. Like, why did you do that? It looked like shit.
Is that not what happens?
That's not what happens at all.
Okay. I'll write that down.
So remember how I said that what's her name? Mira Mimi?
Murmur in the dub.
No, not Murmur. The one-eyed.
It's Muru in. Oh,
It's like
Melanie?
Mira Mimi or some shit.
Mini-me?
Whatever. The one-eyed god chick. Remember how she was like, yeah, I don't care what happens to you. And then leaves? She does, because she goes back. She's like, I'm just kidding. I'm back now. Remember when I said I don't care? Now I do care. But I don't.
Yep.
So she returns and she fights Murmur for a bit. But she gets overwhelmed once Yuno releases a seal on Murmur's powers. Actually, I hate to admit it, but this fight was just kind of cool. I liked all the weird shit happening with the god powers. In the illusionary world,
it's a one kernel of corn in the shit that you're eating.
yeah, it's like you're just chowing. You've been chowing shit for days, dude. Just
You're just got shit smeared all over your
Pure
face.
shit,
You're just like,
yeah.
you're just like, hold on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bite, you get a little
It's that
crunch.
one tasty nugget of shit in the mat that you're eating.
Yeah. You get a crunch of a kernel, and that corn juice kind of lays on your tongue, and you get a slight taste of corn and not shit.
Dude.
That's what this was.
Oh man.
Yep. It's got the juice.
It's cone, That's just it, baby. It's cone. Yuki just starts crying at the table with his parents in the illusionary world because he says, I just love Yuno, maybe. I think. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know which one I love. Who knows? Maybe I do love her. And it's just fucking flippy-floppy bullshit. Keigo and Nishijima head for the explosion. And then we see One Eye get her ass beat. She gets her arm ripped off, and then she gets just thrown off the building. I liked the fucking weird looking gremlin Murmur when she has the things broken off, because she's just like sitting there on all fours with the bitch's arm in her mouth. I'm like, yeah, dude, this is insane.
I like how we have base form, we have unchained form, we have
and then she goes back to base form for no reason.
I know. I don't know.
Like, I don't get it. Yeah, Yuno takes her blade out, and then she walks towards the other Yuno, who was in this classroom, and they exploded the building up a shit ton, and she's just not hurt at all. And that's the end of the episode. Go ahead, Justin.
This episode gets a cottage cum out of Laffy Taffy piss.
Man, these just sound good,
like
though,
piss
dude.
made, like Laffy Taffy made out of piss.
No, so you're so dehydrated, you piss out Laffy Taffy.
Okay, I've basically tried to get there. I haven't got there yet.
Keep trying.
Keep trying.
You'll get there one day.
Keep trying.
You know when you're at the urinal and you gotta like pull it out like a fucking spider.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like grab it, but it's Laffy Taffy, so it's sticky, and you just gotta keep like rolling it up. You're like, oh.
You know when you gotta take a piss test at work, and you're self-conscious because you're dehydrated, and you hand out some Laffy Taffy in a cup.
Yeah. You don't even give it in a cup. You have wax papers in your pocket, and you piss into a wax paper, and then roll it up, and like, here you go.
Roll it up like a fucking Tootsie
That's
Roll.
my piss. And
Highly
like,
concentrated, baby. Take a bite.
Yeah, I dehydrated it for you.
Episode 26, the last one, finally.
It's like evaporated milk, but piss.
This is tough, dude. This is so hard to go through.
Yeah.
After some hesitation at seeing the innocence of her third world self, Yuno lunges at her to kill her, but she's stopped by her third world parents. Dude. I don't know when it happens.
Wait, so the dad wasn't dead?
The dad's not dead after she stabbed him in the spleen, okay? We have established that this mother puts her daughter in a cage and feeds her a fucking mat. And during this scene, at some point, both the parents show up and start hugging Yuno. Fucking what?
Yeah.
We're just supposed to be like, yeah, the mom's fine now. For no reason, the mom's fine. You know, she had a couple bad months where she put you in a cage and fed you a mat, but now she's good. Now she's okay.
You know, parent things.
Just a few quick months.
It's crazy, dude. As the police arrive, Keigo confronts Yuno, and Nishijima rescues the one-eyed fucking god bitch. Meanwhile, the actions of Yuki and the one-eyed god bitch have caused a positive domino effect that changes the future of every diary holder. And then they cut to every diary holder that nobody cares about. And they're like, oh, man, this is crazy. I don't want to do any of the bad stuff anymore. And I hate it, dude.
Yep.
They show the 3-year-old, he can barely fucking walk. So you're telling me he goes from barely walking to plotting murder? What?
You know, the brain develops really fast when you have your dead parents. I don't know, dude.
I don't know, dude.
He was... That kid was fucking full-on Chucky. Like, he was crazy.
Dude, he had a diaper on and he was walking like this. Like, oh, mama loves me. And you're like, what?
Turns out that diaper was like a seal to, like... It was like keeping his power level down.
Yeah. So they go through all of them. I'm not going to say them because nobody fucking cares. But the one I will say,
Yeah.
they go to the mayor, and his incomplete diary says that it just tells him the results of Yuki's diary. And he's like, yeah, it says Yuki wins and I die, so I don't want to do this anymore. And then Deus is like, yeah, I'm going to cancel the game and I'll find a different method.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're telling me that you couldn't have done this at all when you're like, oh, fuck, this one person might be plotting against me. You couldn't be like, game's off. No? Couldn't do that, huh? Insane.
I think it's saying just for that world, there's no game that's going to happen.
Right. But, I mean,
like,
if there's no game going to happen, then when he dies, the world, like the universe ends? Or is he just going to go, I want him as a successor? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's just like... I think they're just trying to close the loophole of, like, there needing to be a game.
Sure.
In that world. It's dumb as fuck.
It's so bad. Yuki remembers, Yuki manages to remember Yuno while he's in the illusionary world, and he breaks free. While releasing... Well, so he breaks free... So it's a ball that they put him in, right? That's the illusionary world. When he breaks out, another murmur comes out from the second world. And so she's been trapped in there from the first world murmur who went back in time with Yuno. And then stops the other murmur who should be stronger than her because she's had her power bracelets broke and the other one hasn't. That's cool. That's a good point. Great. Thank God. Faced with Yuki's love and her third world self's united family. Dog shit. Dog shit. Why does mom do a 180? Dog shit. Yuno is resolved to kill them all is lost. She's like, you know what? Maybe I'm the bad guy. And then she decides to kill herself, which she could have done at literally any point and have the same effect as what's happening right now. A horrified Yuki is declared the winner of the survival game by the second world murmur and is spirited away through the vortex. In the third world, almost all future diary holders are enjoying their new and peaceful lives. Yuno's relationship with her parents improve, and she gets many friends, though she feels she's forgetting something. How does your relationship with your mom improve? Hey, Mom, you remember when I was like 15 and you put me in that cage every day and you made me eat bath mats? Oh, man, you must have had a rough time then, huh? You must have been I must have done something really bad.
Yeah, I must have deserved it.
I must have deserved that, right? That's crazy. Now, thank God, we get McDonald's together.
I was child, but I hope McDonald's has bath mat.
Yeah, oh man, I love when we go to McDonald's and I get the McFlurry flavor bath mat. That's my favorite one.
The machine's broken.
She gets an Oreo McFlurry and she's like, "Is this what bath mat's supposed to taste like?" Oh, my favorite bath mat.
Imagine she gets to develop a taste for it. She's got like a little Altoids like tin with chopped up
chunks.
bath mats that she sprinkles. Just like on any meal,
Yeah.
just a little bit. So she.
Absolutely. So yeah, Yuki's the winner of the other world, and the world gets completely destroyed, I guess. Even though the whole part about this competition was to prevent this from happening, but it happens. So this was literally every single thing that happened in the show was absolutely for nothing. And he is in just a empty void. He's just there. And he's there for 10,000 years. And while he's there for the 10,000 years, he is still grieving about Yuno's death in his now empty universe. He refuses to create anything. Like, he's God, he could just make a whole new world, all new people, whatever. But he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. Because this crazy bitch who I hated, I love now. And I miss her forever and ever. Murmur tries to tell him, make some shit, dude. You'll be fine. Everything's fine. Just make some. But he's like, no, I don't want to do it. And he just has his cell phone. It's just in front of his face. And it says on it, like, Yuki died. And then he just stares at it. And he stares at it. And then it says, Yuki comes to visit. And then you hear her go, Yuki? And then the show fucking ends.
And I hate it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the show.
I just don't even know what to do after that.
Yep. This episode gets I want to rip my eyes out and shove screwdrivers in my ears out of thank fucking God we're done with this show.
Yeah.
We made it.
It's like, dude, it's like triumphing over like a difficult situation, but by the end of the situation, you're just so. It's like they're like, okay, you see that 6-mile trail of glass? You need to crawl through it with your dick out, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get it done, and you get to the finish line, and you're like, we're done, but you just crawled through 6 miles of glass, and your whole shit's shredded. That's what I feel like we just went through. We should be we should be happy right now. I am not.
There's been so many gaming moments in my life where I've persevered through sitting there just grinding it out, right?
Yeah.
And you spend a week doing it, and then when I finally get the thing, there's no excitement.
Nope.
It's over. It's the same thing as getting the large Weasel in Pokemon Arceus. Took an hour or two or so. I forgot how long it took. It took an obscene amount of time. When I finally got it, I wasn't excited. I was like, it's over. I can now do this next thing.
So let's do my favorite segment, which is let's read the Crunchyroll comments on the finale.
Yeah, dude.
Let's do it, Justin. I like this segment. Go ahead.
All right.
I think you should raise your mic.
Oh. Here it is. I'm just gonna do the ones that accurately represent the show, which are the good ones, obviously. You know. One dude said, love this show. One says, I'm not crying, you're crying. How does this show make you cry? In what world does this make you feel anything?
Can you stop reading these? I
No.
Keep going.
can't.
Nope.
Keep going.
Handle
This is
them,
my
Justin.
this is my favorite part of the podcast so far.
Oh my god.
This guy said, actual amazing show, got me in the feels. Should have started watching anime sooner, just couldn't find the right ones. Luckily, I found one. Too bad it's over, though.
Too bad it's over. Just couldn't find the right ones. What was he?
What was he like? Again, if the only one he's ever seen was a Assassin Aristocrat, okay, sure, fine,
Yeah. All right.
I guess.
This Evangelion
So-
is fucking whack, dude.
Yeah, dude, really had me in the end. Wasn't expecting that outcome. Yeah, that I guess makes sense, but it wasn't good. Like how?
I'm still stuck on the first one you read about somebody said, I'm not crying, you're crying. What are you crying over?
Because he's so sad in his little dark void.
This
Yeah.
I feel like I'm living in a fucking fever dream when you read this shit, dude. I feel
going.
like it's a joke.
This
Give me another
this
one.
guy says this show is freaking amazing. 10 out of 10. One of my all-time favorite animes.
All-time favorite means that he's watched a good amount. We always joke about anime brain, where you watch enough, you're like it like erodes your fucking taste buds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like this guy said W ending, W anime. Fucking easy.
Yeah. I feel like watching anime is like that Fault of a Shira or whatever story. Fuck. I can't remember the names. I'm going to give up.
Yeah. One person said, "Why did this anime hurt so much?" Like it hurt me to watch it,
Yeah.
but I got a feeling they did not mean it that way.
Yeah. They definitely meant it in
Yeah,
a way.
it's just
A lot of people just being like, I love it. This is amazing.
I think that's why people make shit like you know, we're always like, how did this pass the writer's check? Because there wasn't one. I think there was just a dude like,
Yep.
I'll make an anime, and then somebody's like, all right, I'll make some money.
guys.
Oh no.
Found the one.
Guys,
You found
this
the
guy
one.
said, dude, he says, this show has been my 276th anime that I have finished, and it was absolutely fantastic. Dark, insane, romantic hit. So many emotions.
I haven't watched that much anime. There's no way I've watched that much. And that I'm sick. I don't feel well after
like
that
the
one.
more you say it, I'm just getting more mad.
I mean, what more can you say about this show?
Is he going from like rating from bottom to top? And he's just like oh,
These are just everywhere.
No, I'm saying like he's
Oh.
like, I'm gonna watch every anime. He just goes to the rating
Yeah.
and then he sorts from bottom.
Yep.
I want to know like
this
if this is
fucking
your,
dude-
if this is somebody's favorite anime. Like I want to know what you put below. Like do you watch this and be like, yeah, this is better than My Hero. Yeah, this is better than Attack
Yeah,
on
that's
Titan.
mid.
Yeah, this is better than like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. Like what have you seen? You know, like you've watched 200 anime and this is like one of the top ones.
Yeah, he's like, honestly, Avatar: Last Airbender, very boring. It's whatever. It's just some kid shit. Doesn't speak to me.
Yeah. Like, I think all they want is something that
Areola?
okay, for anybody that has had a fucking lobotomy is high brain. but also has killing people and tits. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know, dude.
show.
I'll never get it. I know we're gonna see shit that's on par with how bad this is, and we're gonna see the same comments. People saying that this shit's dope, and I will not get it. Dude, if we could reach out to these people and get like make them rewatch it, and then I just want to know how they think it's so good. But the problem with that is
I need to know the age ranges of these people.
Yeah, that's true. I think the problem with that though, if they are like over, the age, like if they're like 25 and saying this shit's amazing, I don't think there's any way you could change their mind. You know what I'm saying? They'll like be like, "What did you like about the show?" They're like, "Well, it was fucking like mind bending, like strategy driven, fucking crazy stuff, dude. Like it was fucking insane." And you just like give them points about how it's so garbage, and then they would just be like, "Well, no, you didn't get it." You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it doesn't even matter. Like talking to those people wouldn't do anything. I'm just lost, I'm just lost. I just want to understand. That's it. I just want to know. I just want to get it.
Yeah.
That's it, dude. We're gonna put the vote up tonight with new anime, and then you can vote what we'll watch next. We'll figure it out.
And we'll be very happy.
And that's I don't even want to do shout outs, dude. Like I don't like what do you shout out garbage, shout out maggot infested dead bodies, shout out smelly shit,
Cancer,
shout out cancer, dude, shout out piss jars that's super yellow,
single-use plastic.
shout out the queen because she died today.
Yeah.
Shout out Queen Lizzie, R.I.P. in peace.
Shout out the memes about that.
Yeah, shout out the memes.
Shout out people checking in on Sir 21 Savage.
Yeah, dude, shout out the show being over. That's the real shout out.
Yeah.
And that's it. I hate this.
Fucking on your mom, I pull it out and hit her with a bankai. Or they watch shake the night, built like Bon, I can't die. Suki on me, live your past, bitch, look in my eye. Lock the door, drop your pants, you'll never see the light. Anime trap house, shimming it about to put the mask